I can't believe it. Did I really just poop out unwanted belly fat and drop 3 pounds overnight?
I didn't change my diet. I didn't go to the gym.
I've never been a size 4 in my entire life. It's wonderful.
Forget diets like keto or paleo, and forget nearly killing yourself at the gym. If you want to shed the stubborn belly fat in record time, all you need to do is pay attention to this dorky, heart-shaped lunchbox. Hi, I'm Sandra Miller, and you're probably wondering what that lunchbox has to do with weight loss. Well, let me tell you. You see, I was able to shed 52 pounds of unwanted fat from my belly, thighs, arms, neck, and face, and I credit all of it to that lunchbox. But before I explain what the heck that actually means, let's address this one thing first. You might be thinking this is another one of those videos. You know, the ones where they say they've got some magical new diet or weight loss program? Well, sorry, that's not what this is. I don't have any diet advice for you here. No, I'd be the worst person on earth to ask for that. After all, I lost all 52 pounds while eating French pastries, pasta, and cake. I love food way too much to know squat about dieting. So if you're looking for some new low-carb diet or exhausting workout plan, you can exit out of this page right now. Still here? Good. Seeing how you stuck around, I'm guessing you're probably frustrated with the love handles that seem to be stuck to you like glue, and you're sick of spinning your wheels trying to lose this same 10 pounds, regaining it, then starting all over again. And yeah, you're probably where I was just a year ago, stuck with stubborn, unexplained weight that suddenly started magnetizing to your body as you got older, and you're tired of the mountains of weight loss advice and programs that haven't done squat for you. Sound familiar? Well, that's exactly how it was for me. That is, until I stumbled across a bizarre African slimming tonic that forced me to literally poop out all of my unwanted belly fat. It's weird, I know, but if you're stuck in the endless cycle of yo-yo weight loss, you owe it to yourself to stick around. Why? Because what I'm about to show you might actually let you get that slender, sexy body you've always wanted. Of course, I know you're skeptical right now, but that's a good thing because it means you're smart. We both know you weren't born yesterday, so keep that skepticism alive and just watch with an open mind. And I'll explain how thousands of men and women across America are melting away belly fat with this new discovery. And who knows, maybe you might decide it's worth giving it a shot. There was Raymond, who said, "My initial weight was 188 pounds, and despite eating very fattening foods, I weighed in this morning at 178.5. That's a total of 9.5 pounds. Then there was Amanda who said, "Within 30 days, I lost 10 pounds and went from a size 13 to a size 9. I was a lot smaller. The weight stayed off. I did not feel starved." Last but not least, Samantha wrote in to say, "My weight loss in the last 5 days will speak for itself. 165.6, 163.4, 160, 159.6, 158.2. I have not even started a regular exercise regimen yet." Amazing, isn't it? In any case, what I do know is that you should watch this video all the way until the end, because this page won't be around forever, and that's for one simple reason. The information I'm about to reveal in this video is controversial, because it could put the 80 billion weight loss industry in jeopardy. They're scared. They don't want you to see this, and they don't want to lose you as their cash cow. That's why they're going to be doing everything they can to get this page taken down, meaning I don't know how much longer this information will stay online, so don't put this video off to watch later. When you come back, it might be gone forever. So close the door, get into your most comfortable chair, and watch on. Okay, if you're ready, let me introduce myself properly. I'm Sandra Miller, a single mom to 2 beautiful kids from Jacksonville, Florida. And as you might have guessed, I'm no doctor or diet expert. You know who I am? I'm you, a real person. By day, I work at a center for children with special needs, but my true passion lies in helping nonprofits. I love helping others, and that's also why I'm here to help you win the battle against stubborn fat today. But before I discover the secret to forcing your body to poop out fat and shed all the unwanted pounds from your belly, I'd first find myself failing countless times. I even experienced the most painful moment in my life. Telling my story is deeply emotional for me, but God compels me to share it with you today, because it's the only way you'll triumph over stubborn fat. Okay, so if you're ready, let's begin. It all started 1 year ago with this dorky, heart-shaped lunchbox, and the worst Valentine's Day ever. You see, after my divorce, I spent all of my adult life working and raising my 2 children. There was never any me time, but last year, I finally decided, okay, the kids are older now, and I'm 45 years old. I don't want to be alone forever. It's Sandra time now, but Just so you know, I'd been out of the dating game for a long while, so I wasn't feeling too confident about it. But that's when a chance meeting changed everything. See, I met a guy through an online dating site who I thought was just great. He was younger than me, but he was charming, funny, and attractive, a modern-day gentleman. I could tell he was into me too, so when he asked me out, I was 100% yes. We started dating. One thing I distinctly remember was that I felt self-conscious about my weight. You see, over those years, I was too busy raising my 2 children, so not only did I not have enough time to date, but I didn't have enough time to work out. I was constantly stressed and eating poorly. As a result, I could never stop the runaway freight train of weight gain. That's why for the first 2 dates with him, I wore baggy mom clothes. Honestly, I was just ashamed of the rolls of fat. I didn't want him to see my belly, and I didn't feel confident in my own skin. On our 3rd date, that's when it happened. See, on Valentine's last year, he took me out for a wonderful romantic night out. I even let myself believe for a moment that this might turn into, something real. That night, we spent the night together at my cozy home. And the next morning, I made him breakfast as he had to leave early for work. I even packed him a lunch in this heart-shaped lunchbox. I realize it looks dorky now, but back then, I thought it was adorable. Yeah, it's embarrassing to show you this, but what can I say? I really liked him. He took the lunchbox with him, smiled, and kissed me on the cheek as he left. Everything was great. Except I'd soon learned that was far from the truth. After he left, the rest of my day went on as usual, but it was only when I finished work that I was completely blindsided. I heard a familiar ding ring from my phone just as I was driving up to my garage, and what I saw next completely stunned me. It was a text from him. Hey Sandra, I think you're an amazing person with a beautiful heart, but that's why we have to end this. After last night, and putting a lot of thought into it this morning, I don't feel that spark between us. I guess I just don't feel as attracted to you as I thought I would. It's better this way. I wish you the best, and I'll be praying for you. I had to do a double take to reread what he just sent. It felt like a brick had just hit me over the back of the head. I thought everything was going so well. Shell-shocked, I got out of my car, fumbling with the keys to open my door, and that's when I noticed by the front door that dorky, heart-shaped lunchbox I packed for him. It was there exactly as I had packed it, lunch uneaten. That was the nail in the coffin. I collapsed on the spot, sobbing. I knew why he was suddenly pulling back. The fact that he did this immediately after we got intimate, along with his text that he was no longer feeling attracted to me anymore. It was clear that the first time he saw me without those baggy mom clothes, he didn't find me attractive. That's why he pulled back. Deep down, I knew I didn't feel attractive in my own skin either. I hated the stubborn fat that just clung to my body. In my stupor, I somehow crawled inside my house, but the tears wouldn't stop. After nearly an hour, I eventually came back to my senses. However, I didn't know what to do about the void inside me, so I did the only thing I knew to cope with emotional stress. I opened my fridge and grabbed all the food in there. Donuts, ice cream, crisps, and even leftover sushi from the previous night. And I forced it all down while drowning in sadness. But even after binge eating everything within arm's reach, I still felt empty inside. It was a hollow, deeply depressing feeling, and I knew I was making my weight situation worse yet again, which, by the way, made me feel even more guilt and shame. Maybe you can relate. Well, that's how it was for me. You see, all my life, I've been the chubby girl. I was always that big girl in every photo. Mind you, it wasn't for a lack of trying. In between raising my 2 kids on my own, I tried the fad diets. I even spent hundreds of dollars on gym memberships and weight loss programs I couldn't afford on my meager salary. But the result was the same every single time. I'd lose a few pounds, plateau, and then yo-yo the weight back. It got to the point I decided I'd just try to live with the fact that maybe I might never lose the weight. Like, ever. I was feeling hopeless. I'm guessing you know what that feels like. But even if you do, please don't beat yourself up like I did. I'm going to show you why it's not your fault you haven't been able to lose the weight. It's because of something that happens to all women after 35. As we age, there's an increase in a special kind of fattening hormone that tends to expand your waist and belly with age. And you'll see why this is the root cause of all your weight loss woes. And don't worry, I'll also tell you about the bizarre African seed that helped me poop out 52 pounds of unwanted fat. More on this in a second. But first, let me get back to my story. Where was I? Oh, right. Later that night, I lay alone in my bed, staring at the ceiling. I was still in despair, but I began thinking. You see, what hurt me most was that I couldn't even blame my ex-boyfriend. I knew I'd let myself go over the years, and if I wasn't feeling good in my own skin, how could anyone else find me attractive? I couldn't stand the sight of myself in the mirror any longer. That night, laying on my bed, I continued to stare at the ceiling, beating myself up over my weight, and berating myself for missing out on what could have been a great relationship. My eyes stung and felt raw from all the crying. It all felt hopeless. I'd already tried every method of weight loss: keto, paleo, low carb, low fat, intermittent fasting, and all kinds of weight loss powders and pills too, and none of it worked. I felt the tears well up again, and I sobbed until I was so exhausted, I cried myself to sleep. The next day, I went to work in a daze, still miserable from the aftermath of getting dumped. Then, something amazing happened. You see, there was a new girl at my workplace who'd come in to volunteer at the center. Her name was Ada. She was from a remote village in Ghana, Africa. During lunch break, she caught me crying alone. I was feeling helpless from all the weight loss failures, so when Ada caught me crying and asked me what was wrong, it was like a dam broke loose. I told her everything. How my ex left me because he found my body unattractive, how every attempt to lose weight had failed, and how I was miserable because nothing was working. Ada, being the wonderful person she was, consoled me. After hugging me, Ada said something unexpected. She pulled out a hydro flask and said, "Do you remember how I'm always carrying this flask with me?" I replied, "Yes." I always had actually wondered what that was. "This is a special tonic that every woman in my hometown drinks. It keeps us slender and beautiful. If you'd like, I can bring you some tomorrow." I was a little skeptical about the tonic, but at this point, I figured it couldn't hurt. I said, "Yes, I'll try it." And the very next day, Ada gave me a 7-day supply of this mysterious tonic. That day, when I got home after work, I took a sip of the tonic right before my meals as instructed by Ada. It tasted a little bit like tea with a faint hint of herbs. But at first, I wasn't sure if it was having any effect on my weight. However, Ada said it might take a few days for the effects to show, and if nothing else, I was feeling less hungry and more energetic. I trusted Ada, so for the next 7 days, I consistently took the tonic as instructed. Of course, I also made sure to eat all my favorite foods as I normally would, and I didn't change my exercise habits either. This way, I'd know if it was the tonic making any difference. Then, by the end of the week, I decided to step on the scales to see if I had lost any weight. I wasn't expecting much, so you can imagine how my eyes nearly popped out of my head when I saw the scales showed I had dropped a whopping 9 pounds. That's more than a pound a day. I had to rub my eyes to confirm I wasn't dreaming. But nope, the scales still showed I was 9 pounds down. The very next day, I immediately went to Ada, brimming with excitement. "Ada, I can't believe it, but your tonic, it really works. It really does work." Ada just smiled in response, as if she knew this was going to happen all along. She replied, "Yes, that's why the women in our hometown swear by it. I remember one woman stopped drinking it and she almost immediately started gaining weight. Ever since, I've made sure to drink it every day." I nodded in agreement. There was just one problem. I had drunk all the tonic and I needed more. But Ada seemed apologetic. She told me each month her aunt sends a limited batch of the powder and she turns it into the tonic, and the 7-day supply was the last of it she had left. But after thinking for a moment, she quickly grabbed a piece of paper and scribbled something down, then handed the piece of paper to me. Reading it, it said, "Verslankende tonicum." I asked her, "What's this?" Ada replied, it was the name of the drink. Translated literally, it meant slimming tonic. Ada said I might be able to look it up online and find a way to get the ingredients directly. I wasn't sure if I would succeed, but I decided to give it a try at least. After work, I rolled up my sleeves and spent all night researching this tonic. Sadly, I wasn't able to find anyone who made it directly in America, but I did find a list of the ingredients that go into it. The primary ingredient was something called an ogbono seed, and that was one of the most game-changing discoveries I made. Let me tell you why. You see, if you're a woman over 35, one of the biggest weight challenges we have is perimenopause. It's the biological stage all women go through right before menopause. And this messes up our estrogen levels, causing unexplained weight gain. Maybe you've experienced it firsthand. It might feel like just looking at food makes you gain weight. What's more, as our estrogen levels go haywire, it actually makes you gather more fat around your belly than before. An editorial from Harvard University supported this to say, quote, "During perimenopause and after menopause, hormone changes cause many women's bodies to start collecting extra weight around the middle." And shockingly enough, perimenopause can start as early as age 35, which means that's the age where weight loss becomes an uphill battle. Case in point, researchers from the University of Michigan followed 543 women between the ages of 42 and 52 to see how weight gain correlated with age. Every year, these women gained more weight, especially around their belly. As you can see on the graph, their waists continued to expand and fat mass continued to increase. The researchers concluded the increase in weight of women at the midlife was associated with both a substantially increased fat mass and loss of skeletal muscle mass. Now, I'm sure you've already experienced this firsthand. If it feels like your love handles have been getting harder and harder to get rid of over the years, or that your jeans are getting tighter by the year, that's because your belly fat is increasing as you get older. But it's not because of exercise, diet, or anything like that. Your belly fat just naturally increases when perimenopause makes your estrogen levels go haywire. That's why, if you're a woman over 35, weight loss can feel like an uphill battle. And just to be clear, I'm not telling you this to make you feel down. I'm telling you this for one simple reason. I want to show you it's not your fault that past diets or exercise hasn't worked for you. But that's also why the ogbono seed that I told you about earlier is a real game changer. See these seeds right here? This is a food the locals in Africa enjoy. It's also the main ingredient of a famous soup they eat often. But here's the thing that shocked me. Scientists have discovered that taking ogbono seeds regularly makes your body poop out fat. Yes, it makes you poop out fat from all across your body. You see, the fibers inside these seeds make the unwanted fats in your body bind itself to the chemicals in your gut called bile acids. And when this happens, this mix of fat and bile acids automatically get removed from your body, out through your poop and flushed down the toilet. Scientists from the University of Yaoundé stated, quote, ogbono seed fiber can bind to bile acids in the gut and carry them out of the body in the feces. I know that might sound a little yucky, but wouldn't you rather have the unwanted fat pooped out rather than kept in your belly or anywhere else on your body? Not to mention the clinical effects of pooping out this fat was astounding. In one study, they gathered 102 overweight adults and split them into two groups. Group A would get the ogbono seed extract for 10 weeks, and Group B would get a placebo. Both groups were told to eat their favorite foods as they normally would, but the results floored me. Because by the end of the study, the group that got the placebo basically had no change in their weight, but the group that took the ogbono seed lost a staggering 28 pounds. What's more, the ogbono seed group also shrunk their waist by 6.3 inches. To put that into perspective, the average smartphone is roughly 5.5 inches in length. So if you're watching this on your phone right now, place that against your waist and imagine it shrinking by the full length of your phone. It was clear to me that the ogbono seed was potent for shrinking waistlines, flattening bellies, and giving you the body of your dreams. And you know what's even better? The clinical study also proved that ogbono seeds work fast. As you can see on this graph, it shows how quickly participants lost weight and shrunk their waist sizes. And the graph reveals that effects were seen in as little as just 7 days. So not only was the ogbono seed powerful for melting away and pooping out unwanted fat, it also works quick, which makes it perfect if you're in a hurry to shed the pounds. That's not all though. Even though the ogbono seed was incredible, it was just one part of the puzzle. My research revealed the tonic required 2 more potent ingredients. One of them was rhododelia, which is a special herb that studies show can help drop a staggering 30% in visceral fat. Visceral fat is a special kind of lipid that gathers around your stomach. So by reducing visceral fat, it results in a flatter tummy too. Also on the tonic recipe list was astragalus. It's another herb that studies show can support a healthy immune system, stabilizes erratic blood sugar, and keeps your heart functioning optimally too. Finally, it all made sense. Ada's special tonic contained these 3 powerful natural ingredients that would target the root cause of age-related weight gain, reducing visceral fat by up to 30% and giving you a flatter tummy, and also could help you shed 28 pounds and take 6.3 inches off your waist by making you poop out unwanted fat. Best of all, I'd do this without diet or exercise. All you needed to do was take this special tonic, and every morning you'd be flushing stubborn fat down the toilet. After seeing all this, I breathed a sigh of relief. I finally solved the puzzle, and I knew it would work because I'd already experienced the power of this slimming tonic firsthand when I lost 9 pounds in 7 days. And for the first time in my life, I was filled with hope. I could finally get rid of my ugly belly fat, feeling confident and proud of my body, and finally start living life feeling attractive in my own skin. But there was just one problem left. How would I get these obscure ingredients? Ada told me that her aunt only sent her a limited batch each month, and I didn't want to keep up taking all her supply. I needed to find a way to source these ingredients on my own. For a few days, I was completely lost. These ingredients were native to countries halfway across the globe, and I had no idea how to get them into the States. Feeling hopeless, I prayed to God for guidance, and I'm glad to say He answered. Because a few days later, I had a light bulb moment. You see, just a few months back, I was at my high school reunion. There, I had reconnected with my best friend Cindy from high school. At the reunion, I found out she's been working as the head researcher at a company that develops solutions out of natural ingredients like these. I slapped my forehead and realized the answer was staring right at me. Cindy might be able to help me. The moment I realized this, I flicked her a text message. I told her all about my crazy journey, Ada's tonic, and the research. She replied it'd take a few days for them to look through the ingredients, but she'd get back to me within the week. A week passed, and no word. I was beginning to get a little worried. Another week, and nothing. Just as I was about to burst out of impatience, I finally got a call back. I could tell Cindy was excited on the other end. She told me it was difficult, but they were able to secure a small supply of the raw ingredients like ogabono seed, astragalus, rhodiola, and so on. And using the instructions from Ada, they developed it into a purified, more concentrated liquid form. Because it was concentrated, I wouldn't need to take as much of it. Soon after, Cindy left me the early alpha test dropper bottles, and within days, I had a fresh new supply of the Slimming Tonic. And just like the studies promised, as long as I continued to take it 3 times a day before each meal, and I was continuing to poop out fat in the morning, it was amazing seeing the scales drop every week. 15 pounds, 25 pounds, and eventually 52 pounds. Best of all, I didn't change anything about my diet or exercise habits. I ate my favorite foods as I normally would, didn't bother going to the gym, yet the weight continued to slide right off my body. What I loved most was all the compliments I was getting about how amazing my transformation looked, and I even noticed men would flirt with me out of nowhere. That's when my friends started asking me what my secret was. I wanted to pass it forward, so I told them all about the amazing Slimming Tonic, and it wasn't long before my friends wanted to try it for themselves. For example, Amy told me this about her experience. It really does curb appetite and gives you energy as the fat melts away. Over a period of 5 weeks, I've lost 34 pounds. I consider that an accomplishment where all other means to lose weight have failed. Then there was Louise, who said, "This product is amazing. I lost 16.6 pounds in 11 days, and that's because I am even cheating, eating mac and cheese and whatnot." Last but not least, Gary wrote in to say, "I've lost 8 pounds since. Love them, and I'm losing inches, including belly fat." As you can see, they started dropping the stubborn fat from their bellies, neck, and thighs, even getting that coveted thigh gap. It wasn't long before word got out and people who I didn't even know were messaging me for more of this powerful Slimming Tonic. The only problem was, I was beginning to run low on my own supply, and seeing how it was helping so many folks shed pounds they'd never been able to get rid of before, it made me realize I had to share this with the world. So I went back to Cindy and worked with her to figure out a way to make more of this Slimming Tonic. And several months in development later, today I'm excited to announce that it is now available for you too. We've decided to call it the Isogenics Tonic. As you might have guessed, even though it might sound a little more scientific, Isogenics is the highly purified and concentrated form of the Slimming Tonic given to me by Ada. It's the only tonic you can take before your meals that lets you poop out unwanted fat the morning after. You can't get this potent form of Slimming Tonic anywhere else, as it's a secret used by Ada and the women of her hometown. I'm incredibly lucky she told me about it, and her generosity is the only reason why I'm able to share this with you today. So when you take Isogenics daily, it literally melts away belly fat, burning up to 28 pounds based on clinical studies, and even slims your waistline by 6.3 inches. Best of all, it starts working within a matter of days, and it'll shed off those pounds of stubborn fat no matter your age, and no matter what your metabolism might be like right now. Just imagine it. What's the first thing you'd do once you've obtained the body of your dreams? Slip into those skinny jeans you haven't worn since high school? Or maybe flaunt off that gorgeous dress you've been eyeing. And the next time you're out with friends, while they complain about having to watch what they eat all the time, you'll listen in bliss because you know exactly how to stay slim while continuing to enjoy your favorite foods. Anyway, my point is, whatever your thing might be, that future is yours with the Isogenics Tonic. You deserve it. Now, of course, to turn that into reality, that means you need to get the tonic first. I'll show you how you can do that in a second, as well as why you won't risk a penny to get your own supply. But first, I have to give you a fair warning. Ever since I started sharing Isogenics with everyone I knew, many folks have been getting multiple bottles for themselves and their loved ones. They saw how it gave better weight loss results the longer you use it, and so they wisely ordered multiple bottles. And as a result, it's caused demand that I wasn't expecting. Combine this with the fact that the fat-melting ingredients inside Isogenics comes from halfway across the globe, it means it can take weeks to produce each purified, concentrated batch of the Slimming Tonic. Add in the other logistics, and Cindy tells me that it'll take at least 3 months for each restock. And, as you can guess, when explosive demands meet limited supply, It means we're constantly running low on bottles. And since this page is the only place you can get it, you don't want to put this decision off or you could miss out completely. But once you do have your own supply of Isogenics, you'll notice the fat-burning effects immediately. Remember, clinical studies have shown that the ingredients inside Isogenics start working in as little as 7 days, which is extremely quick, all things considered. But this study also showed that the best results come when you take it for longer. And according to this clinical study, participants continued to lose weight the longer they took it, which means you should take Isogenics for at least 10 weeks to get the best results. But realistically, if you want to continue enjoying your favorite foods, you'll want to take this slimming tonic forever so new fat doesn't form and instead gets pooped out. Which is why it makes sense to take Isogenics day after day and month after month. I personally continue to use this tonic long after I hit my goal weight because it's completely natural and safe to continue taking forever. And it ensures the weight doesn't creep back on. And this is also why I recommend you to continue to take this tonic long after you've hit your goal weight too. That way, we can be 100% sure the belly fat stays off. And once you start taking Isogenics as part of your daily routine, you'll quit worrying about calories, macros, food logging, and so on, and you'll finally achieve that slender, sexy body you've always dreamed of. All while continuing to enjoy your favorite foods without ever worrying about your weight again. On that note, let me ask you, what would a future like that be worth to you? $1,000? $10,000? $50,000? I know it's hard to put a price tag on it, but I did it to illustrate a point. I've personally saved over $300 a month on useless weight loss powders, programs, and diet food I no longer need, and over the course of the year, that's a whopping $3,600 in savings, enough to go on a nice vacation with your loved ones. That's the power that Isogenics gives you once it makes you poop out unwanted fat effortlessly. And this is also why I knew how invaluable weight loss results like this could be. So when the financial team recommended we price Isogenics at $249 per bottle, I didn't flinch. The powerful slimming tonic inside Isogenics was without a doubt worth it. I had experienced it firsthand. But this wasn't about profit, it's about changing lives. It was my duty to pass it forward, and I knew at $249 it would put Isogenics out of reach for many folks, so I pushed back against this price. I explained to the financial team how this was bigger than us. This was going to change natural health and possibly even put an end to weight loss woes across the globe. And we'd be doing a disservice by putting it out of reach at $249 per bottle. Luckily, they saw things my way. That's why today you're not going to pay $249 for a bottle of Isogenics. You won't even pay $97. No, you're going to get your own supply for a low price of $49 per bottle. But I didn't stop there because so many folks were ordering multiple bottles for themselves and their loved ones. I've decided to offer an even steeper discount when you decide to order in bulk today. Because getting multiple bottles tells me you're truly serious about getting that body of your dreams. And it also shows me your commitment because it means you never want to run out of Isogenics. And to help you on that front, when you order the 3-bottle package, you'll save $174 and get your supply of Isogenics for not $97 per bottle, but $39 per bottle. Plus, we'll pay for your priority shipping too, so you get an extra $12.95 in value. And if you're truly dead set on getting the best results possible, you should choose the 6-bottle package, which brings your per bottle price down to a low $29. Again, with the 6-bottle package, I'll also give you free priority shipping valued at $12.95, which means in total, you're getting $420.95 in value completely free. And since each bottle of Isogenics contains a 30-day supply of the tonic, $29 per bottle boils down to 96 cents a day. That's less than $1 a day. Take a moment to think of all the daily things you spend more than $1 a day on. That only brings a tiny fraction of the joy Isogenics could get you when you start seeing the pounds drop as that stubborn belly fat gets pooped out every morning. Wouldn't you agree that investing less than $1 a day is worth the happiness you'll experience when you finally get the body of your dreams? I'm sure you'd agree. That's why the smart decision here is to take advantage of the 3 or 6 bottle package. And once you've got your own supply of this slimming tonic, you'll finally win the battle against the bulge. Every marker of well-being will improve. You'll have more energy to do the things you love, and you can be a better mother, daughter, or spouse to everyone you care about. And maybe your friends' jaws might drop when they see your amazing body transformation. And you'll know it's all thanks to the wise decision you made to try Isogenics today. But make sure to note, you won't find Isogenics on Amazon, at retailers, or anywhere else. We're cutting out the middleman to keep prices as low as possible for you, so this page is the only place you can order it. And remember, your $420.95 in savings with the multi-bottle package is only available while we have stock. And as soon as supply runs out, our tech team will take down this page immediately to prevent back orders. And as I mentioned earlier, it can take as long as 3 months to get a new batch of Isogenics. So don't miss out. When you're ready, pick the 3 or 6 bottle package now for the best bang for your buck, or whichever package is right for you. You should see 3 options below this video. If you're watching this on your phone, you might have to scroll down a bit. And once you've scrolled down, click the orange Add to Cart button on the package you want. Oh, and I should mention, no matter which package you choose, you are covered by our 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, which is a 3-step promise. 1. You must start pooping out unwanted fat every morning. 2. You must achieve the body of your dreams. 3. You must feel confident and happy in your new slender body. Unless the Isogenics tonic fulfills all 3 of these promises, let us know within 90 days and I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. What's more, it doesn't matter if you've used up all the bottles. Just email our friendly customer service team and send back whatever you've got left, and we'll refund every single penny, even for the bottles that are used up. That means you're not buying anything today. The only decision you're making today is to take Isogenics for a trial run for the next 90 days. Now, once you've clicked the Add to Cart button below, here's what will happen. You'll see a checkout page where you can confirm your order and fill out your details. The secure checkout page will look like this on a desktop and like this on mobile. Make sure to scroll down to see the forms where you can fill out your details. Now, you can call me old-fashioned, but I often get a little antsy over ordering things online because of the security aspect. That's why my tech team assures me our checkout page uses the latest secure 256-bit encryption technology, the same kind used by Amazon and Apple, so you can order with peace of mind knowing your details are safe. And once you've completed your order, you can expect your package to arrive in 3 to 5 days. When that happens, tear open the box and grab your bottles. Now, just so you don't get confused, you'll see the label will say Proprietary Active X and African Mango Complex. That's just the fancy scientific name for the ingredients that go into this tonic, like ogbono seed and so on. The bottle will look like this. Okay, so once your supply arrives, I want you to start taking 3 servings from the dropper daily, preferably before your meals. Remember, you've got to take it every day. Doing this ensures you'll start pooping out unwanted fat each morning, and you'll start seeing the pounds slide right off. You should see the effects within just a few days, but as I showed you in the clinical study earlier, the biggest and best results come the longer you take it. That's why I recommend you keep taking Isogenics daily for at least 60 days, and continue for 90 days if you want to ensure unwanted fat gets turned into poop and flushed down the toilet. And unless you love the results you experience with this slimming tonic, contact us within 90 days of your order to get a full refund. Remember, you can use up the bottles and still get every penny back. So the decision you're making right now is whether you want to take the 3-bottle or 6-bottle package for the best bang for your buck. Regardless of which package you choose, you'll still be covered by your 90-day money-back guarantee. So if you're ready, scroll down and click the Add to Cart button below. Now, this video is about to end and you're at a crossroads. I've shown you all the science. I've shown you why after age 35 our hormones get messed up, and that's what's making it impossible to lose weight. Sadly, our bodies are rigged to magnetize fat around our bellies, so it can feel like an impossible task to keep the stubborn fat off. And you've seen the studies that prove the pure concentrate of this slimming tonic inside Isogenics flat out works. Of course, you could choose to ignore everything you've seen today, and I'd harbor no hard feelings even if you did that. But consider this. If you do nothing today, what will change? You'll go back to your usual routine. Maybe you try a new diet, but you know it's just a matter of time before that dreaded plateau hits. You realize this new diet or weight loss program is too hard to stick to forever. Then you fall back to your old ways and the weight magnetizes back to your body. It's happened before, and it'll happen again. And in the past, it wasn't your fault. You didn't know that your body is biologically rigged to attract belly fat after age 35. But not anymore. Now you know what the core issue is, and you know that the quickest and easiest way to get rid of that fat is by pooping it out with the slimming tonic. So now that you know the solution, it's your responsibility to act. So if you don't act today, the next time you go to weigh in at your bathroom scales, you'll get that sinking feeling as you realize it's another failed weight loss attempt, and you'll think back to the opportunity you missed today. And even if you decide to come back to this page to order Isogenics, we might have run out of stock by then because others have already taken the leap and ordered their supply. That means you'll be waiting another 3 months. That's 90 days of waiting. instead of experiencing the joy of shedding the pounds today. At that point, wouldn't you think back to this moment and regret not taking action? If the answer is even a maybe, you'd be wise to take the smarter second path and say yes right now. You'll get your own supply of Isogenics today with our 90-day money-back guarantee, which means you truly have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. I've shown you exactly how I personally took that first step, and now I want to show you the way. And I've done everything I can to make the first step easy for you, but I can't take it for you. So now's your turn to start shedding those pounds and achieve the slender, sexy body of your dreams. Now it's your turn to feel completely confident and happy about the way you look. Now it's your turn to look in the mirror and see that coveted thigh gap staring back at you. All of this can be yours when you take that first step. Hover your mouse over the order button, click it, and fill in the information requested on the next page. And after you've ordered, you won't be alone because I'll stay in touch with you every single day via email. I'll be making sure you get all the information, motivation, and support you need to succeed. But that can only happen after you take the first step. Move your mouse or scroll down with your phone and click the Add to Cart button. Now's your final chance to take Isogenics for a 90-day trial run, and you're doing it for as low as 96 cents a day. That's less than $1 a day, and when you order the 3 or 6 bottle package, we'll cover your shipping costs, and you'll get up to $420.95 in value completely free. If you're on a mobile, you might need to scroll down and see the Add to Cart button. When you see that orange button, click it, then fill out your details on the next page, and you'll be on your way to getting the body of your dreams. I can't wait to hear your success story with Isogenics. I'll see you on the other side. I'm Sandra Miller, and thanks for watching. God bless. Oh, I see you're still here. That means you've got questions. Let's go through them now. Will I keep getting billed over and over again? Nope, this is a one-time purchase. We won't bill you again, so order with peace of mind. What is perimenopause again, and what's it got to do with my weight? After the age of 35, perimenopause causes your estrogen levels to go haywire. This not only causes emotional ups and downs, it also forces your body to magnetize more weight, specifically around your belly, meaning you're biologically rigged to gather fat around your stomach as you get older. That's why it's not your fault diet or exercise hasn't worked for you in the past. But luckily, we now have a way to combat this. How does the Isogenics tonic help me lose weight, and what kind of results can I expect? Isogenics contains several fat-melting ingredients that let you enjoy your favorite foods while pooping out fat in the morning, making you look slimmer than ever. For example, the primary ingredient, ogbono seed, has been clinically proven to help participants lose 28 pounds, and it works fast, starting in just 7 days. It also contains rhodelia, which has been scientifically proven to reduce visceral fat by 30%, which is also a type of fat that tends to gather around your belly. So if you want a slimmer waist, a flatter belly, and that coveted thigh gap, Isogenics is how you can get there without diet or exercise. How do I use Isogenics, and how long should I take it for? Use the dropper 3 times a day, preferably before your meals. This will allow you to not only shed the pounds, it will also let you poop out fat the next morning. Even though the ingredients inside Isogenics start working almost immediately, clinical studies show that the longer you use it, the more weight you'll lose. That's why I recommend you take Isogenics for at least 10 weeks if you want maximum fat-burning results. Can I get Isogenics on Amazon or at my local store? You can only get Isogenics on this page. You won't find it in retail stores or on Amazon because we've cut out the middleman to keep prices low for you. How does the guarantee work again? You can order today without risking a single penny. That means no matter which package you choose, you're covered by our 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, which is a 3-step promise. 1, you must start pooping out unwanted fat every morning. 2, you must achieve the body of your dreams. 3, you must feel confident and happy in your new slender body. Unless the Isogenics tonic fulfills all 3 of these promises, let us know within 90 days and I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. What's more, it doesn't matter if you've used up all the bottles. Just email our friendly customer service team and send back whatever you've got left, and we'll refund every single penny, even for the bottles that are used up. That means you're not buying anything today. The only decision you're making today is to take Isogenics for a trial run for the next 90 days. Okay, I'm ready to order Isogenics. What now? Great! You're about to take the most important step towards finally getting the body of your dreams. But we're at the end of this presentation. So now's your last chance to take Isogenics for a trial run for the next 90 days. Remember, you're always covered by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. And when you choose the 3 or 6 bottle package today, that brings the per bottle price to as low as $29, which is 96 cents a day. Less than what you'd spend on a gallon of gas. If you agree that investing less than $1 a day is worth your happiness and a slender, healthy body you love, then scroll down now and pick the 3 or 6 bottle package, or whichever one's right for you. I've done everything I can to make this decision as easy as possible for you, but you've got to take the first step. And even after you order, you won't be alone. I'll stay in touch with you every single day via email, and you'll get the motivation, support, and encouragement you need to succeed. I truly care about seeing you get the body of your dreams, but I can't take the first step for you. So, scroll down right now, click on the button on the package you want, and fill out your details on the following page. This is important. Until you fill out your full details on the checkout page, we can't ship your supply of Isogenics tonic to you. So take action now. It's your last chance to take control of your weight and start pooping out the unwanted fat every morning. And you'll finally have the slender body you've always dreamed of. So scroll down and click the button now. I can't wait to see you on the other side.